Stop. Do not scroll past this. This is no coincidence. It's a wonderful moment intended specifically for you. You've been looking for answers, clarity, and a sign that you're on the correct road. Okay, here it is. What I'm going to say might be the breakthrough you have been looking for, the spark that fires your potential for greatness. But here's the reality. 99% of people will not stop and listen. They will disregard, overlook, or believe that this message is not intended for them. The chosen one. Do not let it be you. You are here for a reason. And what follows is exactly what your soul needs to hear in order to receive the gifts, purpose, and power that have been waiting for you. You felt it, right? That calm, unshakable conviction deep inside that your life has been designed for something remarkable. But the route has not been easy. You've experienced disappointments, rejection, and times of doubt so intense that you wondered whether you'd ever succeed. I want you to know that those difficulties were not coincidental. They were preparation. Every adversity you've endured has shaped you, transforming you into the person who is ready to step into their divine mission. But here's the catch. You must be prepared to listen, to lean in, and believe that this message is meant for you. If you're ready to rise, click the like button below. Drop, "I'm ready to rise." Leave a comment to claim this message over your life. And remember to subscribe to join this powerful community of chosen ones. Because what you'll discover in this video will change your perspective on your path and awaken the greatness that has always existed inside you. Don't be the 99%. Stay with me because your destiny calls. Have you ever felt as if you didn't quite fit into the world around you? As if your heart is beating to a rhythm that no one else can hear? That restless hunger, the sense that you're intended for something much bigger. It is not your imagination. Your spiritual essence is crying out to you. You were never supposed to fit in. You were born to stand out. You were chosen and set apart by God's hand to accomplish an incredible destiny that beyond human comprehension. But let me caution you, the chosen road is not for everyone. It's narrow, lonely, and sometimes misinterpreted. That explains why so many individuals miss the call. That is why the vast majority of people will ignore this message. However, you, the chosen one, are here for a reason. This is not a random video. It is a divine appointment. Something larger is pulling at your spirit. And the only thing is, are you willing to listen? The reality is the world is filled with diversions. There are forces at work, both visible and invisible, that do not want you to understand who you are. Evil powers prosper when they are selected. One remains sleeping, caught in cycles of uncertainty, dread, and sorrow. Those forces urge you to feel that your troubles are a sign that you are not enough, that your failings define you, and that your anguish serves no purpose. But allow me to tell you something. Those falsehoods were intended to prevent you from rising. They understand that if you embrace your genuine identity, you will become unstoppable. This is why your road has been so arduous. Every setback, grief, and season of loneliness was designed to weaken you. But here's some good news. It did not. You are still here, still looking, still fighting. And that alone demonstrates your resilience. I understand it has not been easy. There were times when you wanted to give up, when the weight of your calling was too much to bear. You've been misunderstood, disregarded, and even deceived by individuals you thought you trusted. But I've chosen one. Your difficulties are not indicative of your failure. They are indications of your strength. God has used every adversity to purify you and prepare you for the incredible destiny that awaits you. You were not supposed to have a normal existence. That explains why you felt out of place, why certain doors did not open, and why some relationships had to terminate. It's all part of a larger scheme. But here's the catch. Not everyone will realize your importance. And that's okay. The individuals who are destined to be with you on this journey will recognize and respect the light within you. This moment is sacred. You did not come upon this video by chance. You were directed here because it is time. It's time to wake up, to totally embrace your power, and to reclaim the life that has been waiting for you. But you have to be willing to take that step. Don't allow fear or reluctance stop you. The cosmos is beckoning, and only those who are spiritually aware will hear its message. Don't be like the 99% who lost their chance, ignored the call, and remained locked in the mundane. You are not ordinary. You were picked. Stop right now. You were sent here because a message is waiting for you, a truth with the potential to rekindle the fire within you. But here's the fact. 99% of people will not stop and listen. They will reject this as just another message. The chosen one. Do not let it be you. You are different from everyone else, and you are aware of this. Stay with me, because what comes next is intended to get you closer to your destiny. Do not miss it. Being selected is both a blessing and a responsibility. This is why your road has been heavier than others. Rejection, betrayal, and periods of loneliness. They were not sent to destroy you. They were sent to purify you. The fire you passed through was not punishment. It was a preparation. Diamonds do not sparkle unless they are under strain. Warriors do not rise without a conflict. You've been fashioned by fire and storms. Because what you're carrying is not typical. You've been selected for something remarkable. You're not here to fit in. You are here to take the lead, to inspire and transform. But first, you must totally embrace who you are. This is your reminder. Nothing you've been through has gone to waste. Every cry, every hardship, and every unanswered question helped shape you into the person you were meant to be. The reality is, there are forces out there who do not want you to succeed. Evil relies on keeping the chosen one tiny, entrapped in doubt and dread, doubting their value. That voice that says you aren't good enough. That is not your truth. It's a falsehood meant to keep you back since the opponent is aware of your might. They understand that if you fulfill your mission, you will influence people's lives, shift the environment, and break generational curses. That's why your path has been so difficult. That is why you have confronted seemingly overwhelming difficulties, yet have chosen one. Here's the good news. The center of the conflict. The bigger the win. The fact that you are here right now, listening to this, demonstrates that you are stronger than the forces attempting to keep you down. This is your opportunity to reflect on all you've gone through. Think about how far you've come. Sleepless evenings, quiet struggles that no one else witnessed. The times you got back up after life knocked you down. You did not give up. You felt deep down that you were intended for something bigger. That inner voice that tells you you're different is not a mistake. It's your call. You've been picked to bear a light so brilliant it dispels darkness. But here's the deal. You cannot dull your brightness to make others feel more at ease. You cannot remain little simply because others do not comprehend your goal. You've been set apart for a reason, and now is the moment to really commit to it. Stop and pay attention. This moment was intended for you. You did not come upon this message by coincidence. This is a heavenly interruption and a summons to your spirit. And if you miss it, you may never know what you were supposed to get. You've been feeling restless for a reason. It's as if your life is bigger than what you're going through right now. That sensation is not coincidental. It is your soul's scream for alignment with the magnificence you were created for. But here's the truth. 99% of people will scroll past this, disregarding the message that may alter their lives. Don't let it become your tale. Stay with me, because what I'm going to share will change your viewpoint and reawaken your inner fire. You've fought battles that no one sees. Nights when the weight of the world hung heavy on your chest. Days when you questioned your purpose. And times when you wondered if the difficulties you encountered were really worthwhile. Let me tell you, they represented every tear and rejection, every locked door, was part of your preparation. Evil powers don't want you to know it, yet your difficulties have sharpened you for future greatness. The enemy strives tirelessly to convince you that you are ordinary, but you are undeserving. That the image you have for your life is a delusion. But here's the reality. You've been through so much, which demonstrates your strength. The opponent does not attack anything that is not a danger or a chosen one. You are a formidable opponent. Waiting is one of the most difficult aspects of the selection process. It might feel excruciating at times, as if your prayers are being unheard or the vision you've been clinging onto is fading. But divine time is never delayed. What is meant for you cannot ignore you, no matter how long it appears to take. Imagine a tree flourishing in the forest without anybody seeing its beauty. It spends years sinking its roots deep into the ground, anchoring itself, and preparing for storms and seasons. The same is true for you. What's going on inside your soul is considerably more than you can see right now. Your season of waiting is your season of becoming. It's your roots being stronger, your foundation being formed, so that when the breakthrough arrives, you'll be ready to stand tall and prosper. Trust the process. The chosen one. You are being prepped for something remarkable. But here's what you should know. The opponent does not want you to rise. The difficulties you encountered were not random. They were intended to distract and discourage you from pursuing your heavenly destiny. Evil forces are concerned about what would happen if you completely awaken to your power. They understand that once you grasp the truth about who you are and what you're intended to accomplish, you'll not only change your own life, but also encourage others to do the same. This is not only about you. Your success will have far-reaching consequences for many people. This is why you cannot quit up. That is why you must remain focused and believe that all you've experienced is heading to something higher. Stop right here. This is more than just another video. This is a divine appointment. You did not come here by chance. This moment was planned for you. You felt a tug in your spirit. Have not you? That deep, calm voice reminding you there is more to your life than you can see right now. You were meant for something greater, something remarkable. But here is the reality. 99% of the population will miss this. They'll scroll by, disregard the indications, or tell themselves that this message isn't intended for them. Do not let it be you. This is your time to fully embrace who you are, to unleash the force that has been laying dormant inside you, and then ascend to your divine mission. If you've been looking for a sign, this is it. You'd always known you were different. You felt out of place, misunderstood, as if the world doesn't recognize you for who you truly are. That's because you weren't designed to fit in. You were designed to stand out. But the chosen one's road is not simple. You went through hardships that would have devastated most individuals. Others can't imagine the betrayal, rejection, and sorrow you've gone through. And yet, you're still here. That's not an accident. It's because God has been preparing you, sculpting you, and purifying you through fire so that you can bear the weight of your responsibility. Every tear you wept, every setback you've endured has helped you gain strength. It has been shaping you into the person capable of fulfilling the great destiny set for your life. But here's what you need to know. There are forces at work that do not want you to advance. Evil powers urge you to stay tiny and mistrust yourself. They recognize the power you wield. They understand that once you step into your mission, you will be unstoppable. That explains why the assaults have been so unrelenting. The adversary does not waste effort on those who do not pose a danger. The fact that you encountered so much resistance demonstrates your strength. But the enemy cannot halt what God has planned. You are selected, and no weapon made against you will succeed unless you let it. Do not give up. Do not shrink back. Don't let fear or self-doubt keep you from the amazing future that awaits you. The chosen one. Your purpose is not only about you. It is about legacy. The decisions you make today, the battles you fight, and the faith you maintain will be remembered for decades. Your boldness will encourage others to realize their own greatness. Whether you know it or not, the lives you affect will have an eternal impact. This is why you should not give up. You are not called to blend in. You are called to leave an impression. Right now, you're creating something far larger than yourself. Every decision you make, every stride you take toward your destiny, prepares the road for those who follow you. It is time to aggressively embrace your destiny and assert your position as a spiritual leader for the planet and your lineage. The question is, will you take the call? This message was intended for you. Do not let it pass you by. If you're ready to rise, click the like button below. Comment, "I'm ready to rise," below and announce this truth over your life, as well as to join a community of chosen ones that are on this road alongside you. Stay with me, because what follows will unleash the best within you. Your time has come. You've gone through so much. You felt the weight of the world on your shoulders. Heartbreak, rejection, and disappointments. They all left scars. Perhaps you've wondered why your road appears so much more difficult than others. You've seen folks around you prosper while you fight wars no one else can see. You yelled out, "Why me? Why does it feel like I'm always climbing uphill?" But listen to me when I say this. This is not because you are being punished. It's because you're getting ready. God has been refining and sculpting you through the fire so that you can bear the weight of the calling He has placed on your life. You were not designed for an everyday life. You were made for greatness. That type of destiny does not arrive without a battle. But now is when things become real. Evil powers will try to convince you that you aren't enough, that you are too broken. Your mistakes have disqualified you. They will tell you lies to keep you trapped in dread and self-doubt. Why? Because they understand that when a chosen one rises, they are unstoppable. They understand that once awakened, your power will spread and impact the lives of many people. That is why you encountered so much opposition. That explains why the road has been so lonely. You are not like everyone else, which worries them. But allow me to remind you of this. The same God who called you has prepared you. You don't lack anything. The ability to soar is already inside you. This is your opportunity to come into harmony, to stop listening to the voices that encourage you to settle, give up, and stay small. You've been asked to rise, to recover what was taken, and to live out your divine mission. The agony you've been through was never intended to break you. It was intended to strengthen you. Every tear, every lonely night, every fight, everything has been leading up to this point. You've always carried greatness inside you. Now it's time to let everything loose. This message is not only a coincidence. This is your wake-up call. The world needs what only you can provide. It is time to break free from fear, doubt, and hesitancy, and accept the whole of who you were made to be. You are God's chosen royalty, destined for grandeur. Don't be one of the 99% that miss this opportunity for alignment. Be the one who says yes to the call. If this connected with you, please like it. Share this message with someone you know who has been selected, and then subscribe to the Bloom channel. Remember, the world is waiting for you. It's time to step up. You've been picked for this precise moment. Will you respond to the call?